It is lights out and we are racing.
In racing, there's speed, and then there's racecraft. This is SOAR Vintage Round 5, one of the most crucial races of my season. I'm on my Yamaha R6, up against a grid full of 1000cc monsters. I finished third, but the story behind that result is packed with lessons in elite riding technique. Let's break down how I used MotoGP inspired tactics to hold my ground, corner by corner, and where things didn't quite go to plan. The plan was simple: get a strong launch, hold a wide line into turn 1, and carry corner speed to slingshot into position. But that plan fell apart real quick. A slight hiccup at the start. In that split second, Chase launched his GSXR 1000 like a missile into P1. Rob followed him in hard on his bright yellow TL 1000. I got boxed in fast, and before I could react, Jared Braun came slicing through the inside, cutting off my drive and momentum completely. Right there, in the chaos of turn 1, my race almost felt over. I went from attacking to surviving. This race wasn't just about going fast, it was about survival. On a Yamaha R6, you don't brute force your way past 1000cc bikes on the straights. You have to dominate every braking zone, every corner entry, every inch of throttle control. It's a battle fought in technique, not horsepower. Right off the bat, I'm using my upper body to become a wind sail. Just like MotoGP riders do. Sitting up into braking slows the bike down faster, helps keep the rear planted, and gives me more control. It's not just dramatic, it's functional. At race pace, even a fraction of a second gained in braking is huge. To take pressure off the arms and stabilize the bike, I'm locking in with my lower body. Legs pushing into the tank, feet pressing into the pegs, core fully engaged. That stability means I can trail brake deeper without upsetting the chassis. You'll never see a pro loose on the bike under hard braking. Sometimes I throw the leg out during braking. Looks flashy, but there's a purpose. It lowers the center of gravity, adds wind resistance, and helps with turn-in. Even pro riders in MotoGP say it gives them extra leverage to counter steer. It's not always necessary, but in a race like this, every little tool counts. Modern fast riders aren't carving big arcs anymore. It's all about the V-line. Brake hard, get the bike turned quickly, and stand it up fast to fire it out. That's what I tried to do lap after lap to counter the power of the 1000s. Even though they blasted by on the straights, I'd claw time back in the twisties. You'll notice how much I'm hanging off mid-corner. That's deliberate. By shifting body weight off the bike, I can carry speed without leaning the bike as far. Less lean angle means more grip, and it works with modern tires and aerodynamics to help the bike turn faster and stay stable.
Boy Martin, he knows as the longer he sits behind Bagnaia, the more concerns, the more worries he's going to have about the front tyre pressure and the front tyre temperature, even though it is some of the coolest conditions of the weekend so far.
On exits, I'm working to stand the bike up fast so I can get to full throttle sooner. I keep my body off to the side while letting the bike come up underneath me. It's a trick used by every top rider. On the R6, this is how I made sure I stayed in the slipstream just long enough. These days, we're seeing riders take increasingly extreme body positions mid-corner, pushing the limits to gain even the smallest time advantage. It's a far cry from the more conservative styles of the past. Back then, riders had to be cautious to avoid one of the scariest crashes in racing, the high side. But with the incredible mid-corner stability of modern bikes, the risk is much lower now. That confidence lets riders hang off more aggressively to squeeze out every bit of speed. None of this works without fitness. You're dealing with 2G braking, sprinting from corner to corner, and trying to ride with precision while heart rate's through the roof. Every lap is a mental and physical battle. That's what separates top-level riders from everyone else. Consistency under pressure. I finished P3. It was a hard-earned podium, but it also cost me precious points in the championship. The 1000s pulled too much time on the straights and I just couldn't claw it all back in the corners. This race set me back, but it also reminded me how much potential the R6 still has when you push it to the edge. So yeah, this was one of the toughest races of my season. R6 versus 1000cc bikes is never easy. But with the right technique, the fight is real. If you ride a 600 or a race in a mixed grid, these strategies aren't just theory, they're weapons. Master them, and you'll punch way above your weight. Subscribe for more racing breakdowns, techniques, and behind the scenes from the grid. Corner smarter, brake harder, ride faster, new videos every week. Don't miss it.